guys, how's it going? It's Mana Collections back with a new video today. Man, that intro sounds so generic, so cringy to every new YouTube channel that's starting out. But I don't know how else to start these videos yet, so hopefully I'll figure that out. So I had a a Yu-Gi-Oh video planned for you guys today, but uh, in light of other things, I was looking at my Pokemon cards and cleaning those up and sorting those out. Uh, so basically, my Pokemon collection is more or less just like a bin like this. Um, this isn't all of them. And these are just energies just thrown on top. So there's this box, which I hate putting cards in boxes like these, mostly because um, they're not really great for storage. They don't store a lot of cards. Um, like you can see here in this one. This is all, well, it's not one set, but close to. Um, it doesn't store cards well. If you have a lot of different sets, it doesn't really work, but because stuff like that happens where the cards fall forward. It doesn't matter though. It's nice to just have something to collect it. I'm sorry about that loud noise. But what I'm going to be covering today is this. So, little little backstory. I told my friend about my YouTube channel, and I told him I was sorting my Pokemon cards. And for those who don't know, sorting Pokemon cards is very difficult, very annoying. Um, Mostly because they rely off symbols, but I'll show you what I mean when I look at these. It took me about 4 hours collectively to sort all of those cards you just saw in those plastic bins. So my friend decided to send me this tin of some of his Pokemon cards. He said he hasn't looked at them in a while, and he doesn't play the game anymore. He lost a lot of his other cards. A bunch of them got thrown away. A lot of them were messed up. He said these are the ones he has. He couldn't promise the condition, so that's fine. First, let's get a look at this beautiful tin we have, though. Lucario. I'm not sure what set this is from. I only have one. It looks like Diamond and Pearl. Um, I only have one of these tins. It's a Tyranitar tin. So I'll try to find that so like we can take a better look at that. But for now, let's just pop into this tin over here. Gotta be careful with metal. You don't want to dent it or whatever. There we go. Let's just put that over there. Um, so let's see what he sent us. Nice thick deck of Pokemon cards. I'm not sure about much like how I wasn't sure about the rarity of the of the Dragon Ball Z cards. I'm not so sure about the rarity of the Pokemon cards. I know the value can differ depending on whether they're English or Japanese. Currently, I have one Japanese card, and I'll try to find that at the end if I can. It's in one of those bins over there. So to start it off, looks like he sent us some of these, which I don't have any of. They're just like little plastic Pokemon coins. I think these were coming in starter decks. I could be wrong. So we got a Pikachu one, what is that? Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig. We got a Palkia, another Snivy, Oshawott, and Tepig. Another Palkia, just gold this time. A Shatter Foil Tyranitar coin, which is weird. I didn't think they'd ever put Shatter Foil on coins, but and another Shadow Foil Dialga. So those are all very nice. I don't really know what you do with these. I guess for coin tosses. I don't really play the Pokemon card game too much. I more or less just collect the cards. Kind of the same with the Dragon Ball Z. I do, however, play Yu-Gi-Oh, but not the newest stuff. Mainly more of the older stuff. Probably my favorite time to play Yu-Gi-Oh was Battle City, but we'll talk about that when we get more into Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not gonna try to make this a Yu-Gi-Oh video. Let's do Pokemon. So right off the bat, Looks like we have some energies. So we have a psychic energy, a dark energy, a fighting energy, which is weird. I always thought this was weird. In Pokemon, there's no ground types. They just have fighting. But in the video games in which I do play the DS games, there's a difference between fighting and ground. I don't know why the TCG doesn't have that, but I just always found it interesting. Electric energy, grass energy. I want to say normal energy. I could be wrong. That might be steel, but I'm going to say normal. Fire energy. So here we go with the actual Pokemon cards. Oh, and before we start, so this symbol right here, if the camera will focus, it might not. I'm sorry, guys. Right there, that symbol. So to separate them by sets, that symbol is what the set is, and this is 48 out of 132. The problem is with some of the older sets is that they all have the same symbol, but they're all not from the same set, and that's very annoying. I tried to put them in binders, or some of the original sets I tried to, and it really, really didn't work out. Also, again, I know I keep saying this, I want to apologize for lighting. Um, I try to make it a little bit better by filming very early in the morning. I think it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So we're just going to try to, so I'm going to try to record not every day. Pretty much I'm going to record while I have content, which I have a lot of currently. But I'll tell you what, let's get into that at the end of the video. I keep procrastinating with these Pokemon cards. I'm very sorry. Just a lot of stuff to talk about. So it looks like we have a Donphan. If the camera would focus in on that, please. You get the gist. I gotta get a better camera soon. Donphan. We got a Torchic. Ooh, a nice hollow. Kind of, kind of messed up there though. Oh well, whatever. They're free cards. I'm not gonna complain too much. Charmander, Charmeleon. Don't forget a Charizard. Monferno. By the way, probably my least favorite starter was Chimchar. I was a Piplup person mostly because Empoleon, which destroyed the Elite Four, being a water steel type, it could go through Sandstorm pretty well. Ooh, speaking of which, there's a Shatter Foil Charizard. I'm not good enough with editing yet to actually like put up like prices or anything on the cards. Hopefully, I'll do that soon. If you guys could recommend a video editing service, actually, I don't have one. Currently, I'm using YouTube's editing service thing, and that's just horrible. We got a Chimchar. There we go. There's Piplup. Sorry, I'm trying not to reveal it's too much in here because I don't even know. Piplup. Here's a really old Bulbasaur. But this is what I'm talking about. So in the first couple of sets, that's all. That's just a dot, and like see that's 44 out of 102. Well, there's another set that it just has a dot, and it's like I don't know, 64 out of 82, and that's very annoying. Um, Here looks like the same type of foil that went with that the Infernape, which is weird. How come only the foils are messed up? I gotta ask him what he was doing to his cards. We have a Grotle, an Ivysaur, which I always kind of like the way these ones feel. They kind of like a really smooth kind of feeling to them, you know. A Turtwig, uh, Combustion. I don't know how to say that. I think it's Combustion. Tepig. I didn't like any of the starters from this generation. The starters were Tepig, Snivy, and Oshawott. I don't know, I just felt like none of their evolutions looked good. They weren't really that strong in the meta. I could be wrong. Everybody's opinion differs. We got Quilava, which was a great starter. Servine, because like Snivy went from like kind of like a cool looking Pokemon to okay, like an older version. And then it just went into like a completely snake form, and I really wasn't anticipating that. Cyndaquil. Also, I thought these were fake cards. They're not. They're just, for some reason, they're styled differently, which is very annoying. We got a Shatterfoil Superior. Ooh, a Typhlosion that is actually a hollow, believe it or not. I know it might be hard to see with the crappy camera I'm using. Um, there's a Snivy actually. Pignite, like I said, evolutions just got weird after a while. There's a Shatterfoil Ember. I believe these are all from starter decks. That's what would make the most sense. I see something good. Ooh, a Magmortar X. I actually don't have any of these, but this thing just fucked up beyond belief. Jesus. I mean, I would sleeve it, but it's kind of already past the point of no return. But um, that's actually really nice, though. I really like the shine. If it was new, it would look great. A Moltres, probably my least favorite of the three birds. A Nidoking, very strong in the first game. Dialga, not much to say about Dialga. Licky Licky, weird Pokemon. Heatran, very interesting Pokemon. I remember him in the games as being somewhat legendary, but not really. Looks like he's from an original set, Rhydon, which is also another interesting Pokemon. Victory Bell. I never knew what to make of this Pokemon. When I first saw it in the show, it was weird. Then I had one in the what was it? Green? No, Leaf Green was the first Pokemon game I played, and that having one of these was really weird. I never really used it. Shiftry, Tree Ninja. Drapion I used for a while actually. He's pretty cool, but he gets stomped by most things. Ooh, that's nice actually. Garatina. That's a hollow. Well, is that a reverse hollow? I think it's a reverse. I gotta look these up and actually learn the names. So I don't keep screwing them up and you guys laughing at me. That's nice actually, and it's not actually in bad condition. Nothing that I would have PSA graded, but Uxie X. Ooh, there's another one, Electivire. Uh, kind of the same thing. I'm not going to expect these to be in great condition. Most of the cards I have aren't in perfect condition because they're old and I was a kid when I got them. So yeah, Breloom, a Pidgeot, a Togekiss. I remember being so confused when I first got a Togepi in the game and I couldn't figure out how to get to here. You have to use Friendship to evolve it into its pre-evolution, which I don't remember the name of, and then get it here or something like that. Another Breloom, another Torterra reverse. I don't want to keep saying reverse because I'm probably wrong, but you know. A Rampardos reverse. A Regigigas hollow. Again, he's cool, but his ability in the game, I know I keep bringing it back to the game, but I really do enjoy the Pokemon games. His ability was the most annoying. It's slow start. Basically lowers all his stats until 5 turns pass, and usually you could kill it within the 5 turns. Tyranitar. Now, if we ever do Pokemon, I want you guys to know 3 things. Tyranitar is my favorite, Salamence is my second favorite, and Charizard is my third favorite. Now, I know those all sound kinda bland, but I know that 2 of them are pseudo-legendaries and one's like a really basic, like, ooh, I like that Pokemon, but Tyranitar I used since he came out in the games, and I've been using him in my competitive Pokemon team all the way up till now. And when he got his Mega Evolution, he basically became a huge tank. You know, a fighting or water type could take him out, but he is just amazing. The other thing I'm confused about, oh, there's no ground types. That's right, I was about to say, why is he a dark? Well, there's no ground types. Rampardos. I remember, I keep bringing it back to the show now. In the show, I remember an episode where he was an unbreakable, where he was a spear that could pierce anything, and Bastiodon was a shield that couldn't be pierced. Oh, an original Dragonite. That's interesting. Um, Brock's Onyx. They did this for a while in TCG where they would like so Brock's Onyx. The other Onyx in this set has a different art, and obviously this has Brock on it. I'm not sure why. Metagross. I use him in my competitive team sometimes. He's okay. Salamence. There we go. And it's a reverse. I love this Pokemon. It's just, it's like, you think Dragon, you think Salamence. Well, I do. Most people probably say Dragonite, but listen, that's besides the point here. Alright, Great Pokemon, though. A Snorlax. Fun fact, actually. In Pokemon Platinum, I have this Salamence, and it's the same one I have in Omega Ruby right now. I'm not an EV, IV trainer. I don't care about that stuff, normally. Here's Snorlax, a Reverse Electivire, a Luxray X with some Japanese text on it. I actually don't know what this is. Um, it might be yeah, it's a World Championship. In case you guys don't know, from what I've heard, World Championship cards aren't worth anything. For two reasons. One, they're really, really mass-produced, um, which makes them worthless, and I mean, well, it makes any card worthless if they're mass-produced. That's why some of the cards from like when you went to McDonald's and they had the cards, they were worth something. Um, Also, you can't use these in tournaments because for whatever reason, I guess I have no idea. Ooh, a Raichu EX. Shame it's so messed up. But I don't have any like this. It's a nice border, so I'll take it. Another Brock Onyx. Golem. Probably another World Championship. No. Dude, what is this? I don't know if I want to touch. What is that? It looks like someone melted candle wax on top of Arcanine. Ugh. Dude, I have a friend. Um, if I do vlogs, he'll probably be in them because he's pretty much my best friend at this point. Um, we call him, what do we call him? We call him a lot of things. People would think it's mean. Basically, I call him the Fat Man. Not out of being mean, just because it's the kind of nickname he has. Uh, we call him Big Dev too, but you'll see him. He argues with me about whether it's Arcanine or Arcanine. The first time we talked about this, we argued for like 3 hours. I couldn't believe it, but I still say it's Arcanine, but it's cool to have one of these. Garchomp C. I don't know what the C stands for. I never knew that was a thing. Um, so yeah. Um, Kabutops, kind of a cool um, another cool fossil Pokemon, though not really useful. Arcanine without candle wax on it. Ooh, that's cool. I've seen these, but I don't have any. So basically what this is a top and bottom card, and it can be treated as a water and fire type. But to make it work, you need the other half of the card. Um, but I don't think you can actually play them in a deck, which I get, because that would be kind of stupid. Here's another weird Luxray, another Garchomp, Bastiodon, Rampardos was in here. This must be part of a set. Like I said, Unbreakable Shield, whatever, whatever, whatever. Dialga, again, another Dragonite, that's from a different set. Wailord, quite an interesting Pokemon. Probably, I think, the heaviest Pokemon, actually. Ursaring. This is cool. Look at it's actually pretty shiny, not in bad condition. There's a couple scuff marks that you guys probably can't see, but I can. But yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Um, yeah, it's actually a really nice holo. Um, this is Palkia and Dialga. I don't get your hopes up. I was a little excited for a second because I thought it was part of Suicune and Entei. No, it's Palkia and Dialga, which I don't have the top for. This, I don't know, man. This one might be fake. Mostly because the way it feels. It could just be the card's like really messed up, but like the edge feels like this is just a layer on top. I'm not gonna peel it off just in case. If this was worth anything, it's worthless now. Um, I did this a little bit. I used to bring Pokemon cards to school, and I would write my initials on the back, so people wouldn't, so, if they got stolen or whatever, I don't know why people would steal my Pokemon cards, but Pokemon was popular when I was a little bit younger, in school anyway, and basically, if I had any valuable cards, which I don't think I did, thank God, but I wrote my initials on the back, um, they would be worthless now, and that's just how it is. And I don't like that. A Rayquaza X, which sucks because Rayquaza is one of my favorite legendaries. I'm just a fan of dragon types, guys, and I really hate fairy types, but whatever. Another Dialga. Uh, this is just a regular hollow Garatino. Not worth anything though because it's all scuffed on the top. and just a Magmortar. Alright, well, thanks dude for sending those in. He doesn't want me to... You know what, we'll call him Mark. He doesn't comfortable with me saying his name on camera. I don't know why. I have like 2 subscribers. So hopefully that'll jump up eventually. I really want to do I really want to make this a popular channel, because like I said, I'm having fun with it, you know. Now just to talk about a few things. I won't do this at the end of every video, but I just need to say a few things while we wrap up here. First, I really want to apologize for the first video posted on this channel. Um, it was recorded with OBS, but I forgot to stretch the screen to make it fit. So what wound up happening is it's just like a tiny, tiny little box up here, like up in this area. It's just a tiny box, and that looked. I'm sorry, guys. That was stupid of me. I couldn't re-record it because one, frankly, I feel like I wouldn't have as much excitement as I already did when I was recording it the first time. And second, I don't know. It just felt wrong to try to re-record something like that. So I hope you guys understand that. Second, um, basically what's happening right now with the channel, and I'm not mad about it because it's a starting channel. There won't be a ton of new like openings or whatever on the channel. I know this is just kind of weird, but I'm gonna say it anyway. As it stands right now, any new packs that I open on the channel are money I've spent. Now, that's fine, but hopefully the channel will get to a point where it'll be successful enough to where I don't really want to take profits from the channel. I would really, honestly, just put money that I get from the channel back into it by buying card packs, buying Elite Trainer boxes, buying just those huge, obnoxiously big Yu-Gi-Oh boxes, stuff like that. So I'm not trying to take away from the channel. I just really want to grow to where I don't have to spend my own money. I know that sounds kind of selfish or whatever, but I'm just saying, you know. Um, so a couple updates. A vlog will be happening soon where I'm gonna go to the store, pick up a couple cards, whatever. I gotta figure out the format for that, how to upload that to YouTube because it'll probably be off my phone, which sucks, but whatever, whatever. So that's gonna be about the end, guys. I do have one cool thing to show you. I believe this is from McDonald's. It is a Pokemon data. Pokemon data. It's basically telling you about Groudon. This is from Pokemon Advanced. It's not really anything special. I'm pretty sure it was from um, a McDonald's thing. I guess these are some of the cards you could get. I really have no idea. I don't really know a lot about this card, and it's probably not worth anything. I'm just saying that I have it. You know, if anybody wants to price check that for me or whatever. I mean, not that I'm trying to sell anything, but it would be just kind of interesting for me to know what I have. Additionally, I'll show you. Hold on one second. I'll show you this. It's just a little binder that I have that I haven't really looked in, and I figured I'd open it with you guys while we're here, just so I can get it off my chest. There's not a lot in here. So these are some cards I have. A Scolipede, Darmanitan, Pignite, Stoutland. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. A Superior, Emboar, 2 Pignites, another Stoutland, and a Crocodile. And I think that's it. Oh, you guys can have these if you want. I'm not going to use them. They're trainer code cards. Basically, I think it's a TCG thing online or whatever. It gives you a pack of cards. You guys can have these. Normally, if I ever get any of these things, I'll give them away. I don't really do anything with them. I don't need them. So you guys are free to have them. Alright, guys. Oh, let me address one more thing, and that's it. If you notice, the last 2 videos, even though they have been about Yu-Gi-Oh, they've kind of the same kind of setup with these playmats and this board back here. Um, if I can get some like Pokemon stuff when I do a Pokemon video, I'll definitely set that up. For now, this is all I have to make the setup look somewhat decent, even though it still looks like trash, but I'm doing the best I can, guys. Alright, well, this is going to be the end. I've worked out an outro. It's going to be about as lame as my intro, but yeah, so this has been Mana Collection, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully when we'll be covering some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I have to decide on what I want to do next. I don't have the collection in here, it's in the other room, because there's a lot, and I really can't store it in here, but we will work something out soon. Alright, guys, I'll talk to you next time.